In this video, I will explain Death Note Season 1 Episode 1, and I will also upload Episode 2, so subscribe. The channel story begins in a gray world known as the Shinigami Realm. A Shinigami named Ryuk is watching the others gambling. They ask him to join them, but he refuses. On Earth in Japan, a student named Light Yagami is bored in class. He answers the teacher's question of translating a sentence in a religious text into English. As he walks home after school, he has thoughts of how the world is becoming rotten. Ryuk has the same thoughts as well. On next day, Light finds himself at another boring day at school when he sees a black notebook falling from the sky. As he picks it after class, he sees the name Death Note and reads the first rule inside. The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die. Light was not believing it. He drops it back to the ground because of his mind curious. He go back and pick it up moments later. He reads the rest of the rules. The first rule was the human whose name is written in this note shall die. This note will not take effect unless the writer has the person's face in their mind when writing his name. If the cause of death is written within the next 40 seconds of writing the person's name, he dismisses it because it was pretty detailed for a prank. Light was still curious on the subject. He tries it out on a criminal on the TV named Kiru Otoharada and waits for 40 seconds to see if he will die of a heart attack. As the rules state, 40 seconds pass and there's no news of his death. Light concludes that it's just a prank after all. However, just as he is about to turn off the TV, it's reported that not only have the hostages escaped, but also Otoharada has collapsed and died. Shocked, Light thinks it must be a coincidence. His mother is calling him to go to cram school, so he decides to test the Death Note again. Inside school, Light has thoughts of killing Sudu, a bully, but he must avoid killing people that he knows. Walking home after school, he wonders if he would be doing society a favor by killing useless people. Light witnesses a girl about to get raped by a biker gang member named Takio Shibumaru entering a convenience store. He writes down the name and cause of death accident. Seeing the biker hit by a truck moments later, Light concludes that the Death Note is real after all. Also, in the Shinigami realm, Ryuk tells his fellow Shinigami that he dropped his Death Note, and the way to get it back is to go to the human world. Other Shinigami says that you have second book, so use the second book. Ryuk says that I want my first book. Light arrives home from school with perfect grades that was so much to his mother's excitement. Going into his room, he opens the Death Note to look over the pages of names he has written down. Suddenly, he is surprised by Ryuk in his bedroom. Ryuk introduces himself to Light and explains the nature of the Death Note, that I am the real owner of the Death Note because you have picked it. So now you have picked, so now you are the real owner of the book. If you try to give the book to someone, your all regained memories of Death Note would once vanish, and who used the Death Note will not able to go to hell or heaven. At the end, I will write your name in my Death Note. And Shinigami Light is suddenly interrupted by his mother, who is unable to see or hear Ryuk. She gives Light some apples from the neighbor, which Ryuk wolfs down. And Ryuk also tell that who has Death Note will only able to see me. He dropped the Death Note into the human world because he is bored and wants some entertainment. Light responds that he has been bored as well and has decided to use the Death Note to get rid the world of criminal. Then we see day by day Light write all criminals' name in the book. Ryuk says that if he kills all the bad people in the world, then he will be the only bad person left. Light does not understand this remark, saying he is one of the best, most hardworking students in Japan. He declares that he will become the god of the new world that he will create. Ryuk is excited at the prospect, considering Light is very interesting. So the episode 1 end here. Episode 2 will also come, so subscribe the channel and also like the video.